Hey guys, it's me, Kristy Lee. Today's Friday, April, I don't know, 6th, 7th. I lose track of my days all the time. Last couple days have been a little rough, so if I'm not, the perkiest, I'm sorry. I'm working on it. Eric took the day off from work today so we can get some things done. We've got quite a few errands that we need to run. It's 11 o'clock. I'm still in my PJs, but that's because my clothes are in the wash right now. And I've gone ahead and readied my face. And I try to do something with my hair. I think this is just a little too tall. Anyway, before we run out and start doing everything, I've got a stack of freebies that I've been collecting. So the first one comes from Biofilm. It's a sample of Astroglide. Diamond silicone personal lubricant. Lovely. One is from Nivea. They made it seem like it was super thick, but it's really not. It's just this little thing here of Nivea cream for men, face, body, and hands. So that will be for Bada. Philip Morris obviously is a cigarette company, but they give out freebies all the time. So this is a free Zippo lighter. Pretty cool. The box is nice. And there we go. So even if you don't smoke, which you shouldn't, these cigarette companies, if you sign up, you can get free. So this is from Daily Bread, and it's a breakfast skillet in a bag. Cooked scrambled eggs and sausage with potatoes, peppers, and onions. Just add water. So that is pretty cool. I think I have a lasagna from a different company. And I think I might do a video where I make this and taste test it to see how good it actually is. It's freeze dry. It lasts forever. So that's pretty cool. I don't know what this is from. It just says RP Promotion and Display Company. I don't know where that's coming from. Oh, okay. It's a Swisher Sweets t-shirt. Just a white t-shirt with Swisher Sweet on it. This is interesting. I'm not sure why they would put this on here, but I guess maybe they're required to. The little Surgeon General's warning. These are just magazines. I got 2 from Good Housekeeping. I didn't request those. I get a lot of magazines that I haven't requested, and I'm not sure where they're coming from. Bon Appetit. Didn't request that one. Another Bon Appetit. And then a Glamour, which I did request because thanks to Cassie, I use Recycle Bank app. Where you basically just learn about all the ways to recycle and the impacts of recycling and what you can't recycle, things like that. You watch little slideshows, take little quizzes, you earn points, which you can then redeem for gifts or prizes or whatever. And I usually just redeem for the magazines because I need them for my vision board that I've told you guys about. And because you sometimes get free samples in there. Like I just got a sample of another sample of the baking soda acne scrub, which I have yet to try. I keep meaning to, and I always forget. So I'm just flipping through to see if there's any samples in here. I don't see any. That's a bummer. That's half the reason that I even ask for these things. But yeah, so I guess that's it. I thought that there was a little more, but apparently not. So yeah, we're just gonna run around town today doing some errands, and we're gonna take you guys along with us. So I hope you enjoy spending the day with us. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Just wanted to show you guys the succulents. I didn't really repot. They're in the same pot. I just got new soil for them and added some rocks. So this one's been growing a bit. You can kind of, let's see. You can kind of see, I don't know, it's growing a little bit. Shoot, I'm dropping it everywhere. Don't fall. remember those little piney things I picked up? They're in my filter now. This has been growing, and there's one of the other succulents. I've had to prune it a bit because it wasn't doing so well where it was. Here are some of my pothos, and they're rooting up really well, so I'm happy about that. This one I forgot to water for a long time, so it almost died. I need to pull these dead ones out, but it's doing okay now that I remembered and gave it some water. I'm finally getting some roots on my lucky bamboo. Alright, so we're about to head out. I've got to go somewhere that I'm very nervous about going, and then I've got to try to go find a job. I'm gonna go try to apply in person. The other day we were up at Home Depot buying things for his job, and I asked the lady up at the business account service desk or whatever if they were hiring, what they were hiring for, and I went online and I applied for 2 positions there, cashier and customer sales associate, something like that. So I don't really have anything to wear decent for job hunting, so this is it, and hopefully it's alright. But yeah, we've got a few places we gotta go. We need to hit the bank, and I don't know what else. We'll figure it out along the way. What are you making all that noise about? I'm being followed by the neighbor's dog. Is this a window? People drop the most random things off down the end of our road. What is this? Windows, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes you find some interesting stuff out here, though. There's more. There's like windows everywhere. What is this? Please don't be any snakes out here. Oh my gosh. Large screens and windows. Could I use those for anything? They're all back in the woods and everything. Like, who would take the time to get out and walk these things all the way back here? More. Can you see that? Yeah. More back here. Like, what in the world? There and over there somewhere. Who does that? So I meant to take you guys along with us when we went out to run the errands. I might have already told you this, but I completely forgot to, because, you know, my brain works like that, or doesn't work like that, I should say. Lottery tickets. Does this go any further? Apparently not. Alright. Anyway, so yeah. Well, I was really nervous about, you know, looking for a job, but I have to thank Eric. He took the day off so that we could take care of this stuff, and then I didn't expect him to come like job hunting with me. And to be totally honest, I thought that it was semi-unprofessional to have your boyfriend with you while you're asking if people are hiring. So even though I was thankful to have him there, like I'm thinking when, like at one of the places, I had to sit down in store and fill out the application on their little computer that they had. And he was like walking over and asking me if I wanted anything while we were there, and, you know, just hanging out. And I'm thinking, God, they're not going to hire me. I don't know if they would have or not, but. And then we walked over to another place, and he's like standing there waiting while I'm talking to the manager. And then we go to the fourth place, or third or fourth place. And I go in and I ask the lady who just happened to be the manager, I didn't know it, if she was hiring. And she was like, Yeah, well, we're taking applications. Let me go ahead and print you one out. So she prints it out, and Eric's like, fill it out in the store, which I was going to do anyway, but I didn't know how, I don't know. So I'm filling out the application, and he's like talking to her about the colognes that they have on sale there. It's a store called Rainbow. It's a clothing store, but they sell like makeup and perfume and shoes and stuff like that at really good prices, like 3 for $10. And he loves colognes and body sprays and stuff. So he's like talking to her, and she's like recommending different scents, and he's like, I think I'm gonna get some, and she's like, yeah, she could pick some out too. And so I don't know, everything I've ever learned about getting a job, it's like being like super professional about everything, and like these rigid, strict rules about how to dress and what time of day to go in there and how to talk to people and all that. So, in my mind, I'm kind of thinking this is not going to work. Well, I asked the lady after I finished filling out the application, and he's paying for his cologne and stuff. I'm trying to anyway. I said, do you just want me to leave this here on the counter? She's like, well, just give it to me, and I'll go ahead and look over it. So she looks over it, and she's like, all right, so you're ready to start working ASAP, you said? And I said, yes. And you have an open availability? And I said, yes, because Eric and I have talked about it, and it's just like at this point in time, we can't be screwing around anymore. Not that we were really screwing around before, but it's like we kind of let stuff get in our way. Like the conflicts with his schedule and me trying to find a job that'll work around his schedule. Like, we're at the point right now where we have to make it work, So he told me to just tell every job I apply for that I have open availability, and I can work whenever they need me to, and he'll just make it work. So that's what I did. And so she said, all right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get you started. And I can't remember everything exactly what she said because I was so nervous. So I kind of blank out a little bit when I get that nervous. But she said something about she can get me started, and then we're going to have to wait for a background check to come back. I think she said I can start working in the meantime. Don't quote me on that because I don't remember. Like I said, I kind of blink out a little bit, but and that it would be a temporary thing with the opportunity to become permanent. So, I mean, that sounds like I got the job, right? And so I said, and she said she'd call me later to let me know. And that's where I blank out again. I don't know if she said when she's going to have me on the schedule or what she said, but I said, do I need to have anything? And she said, yeah, when you come in next time, I need a copy of your driver's license and your social security card. And the only time I've ever done that before was after I had been hired on. So did I just like skip the interview part, which is like the worst part for me? I wish if all jobs just skipped the interview part, it would be so much easier for me. The interview is the worst part, in my opinion. I could ask people if they're hiring and I can work, but the interview is the worst. Like having to sell myself, I just can't do it. So she said she was going to be calling me later today. So I'm keeping my phone on me. I do not want to miss this call because, first of all, most of the jobs I've ever had have all been in the food industry. And I don't like it. I never have, but it's like, it was the first couple jobs I got when I was a teenager. And it almost seems like once you've gotten into the food service, nobody else wants to give you a chance. It's like that's all you can do is food. And I have always wanted to work in a clothing store because I love clothes, and I can't ever really afford to get them. So she said that they have a 30% discount, which it's going to be a long time before I can spend anything that I'm earning on anything for myself. You know, like this is strictly to take care of what I need to take care of, and that's completely fine. But so, and it's like casual, like I could wear what I'm wearing now. That's another thing. Like I was freaking out because I'm in like this plaid shirt and just like pants. I'm like, I'm not dressed for an interview. I guess it worked. Like, anyway, the whole point of that was that I have to thank Eric, because the fact that he walked around with me, even though I thought that it was not going to work or whatever, it made it feel so much more casual to me, and there wasn't so much pressure on me. And I don't know, it just like, it made me, it felt easier to talk to people. Like when I went into Winn-Dixie, the second place, and just like talk straight to the manager there. I would not have been able to do that if he had just gone to work and I just went out by myself. I might have done that at one place, and it would have taken all of my courage, and I would have been done for the day. I wouldn't have been able to do anymore. But he was right there, and he was like, all right, let's go to the next place. Let's go to the next place. And I couldn't have done it without him. So that was huge, you know? And I'm pretty sure I got this job. And if I do, and I start this, I'm so happy right now. Like, I can't even. It's going to be an awesome job. I don't have to worry about food prep, cleaning up food, none of that junk. I love cooking at the house, and I clean up after my own mess, whatever, but working in restaurants and all that, I can't stand it, and that's all I've ever really done. So I think it's awesome that this lady is, I guess, going to give me a chance. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So that's that, and that is why I kind of forgot to bring you guys along with me. I was shaking so bad filling out the application. My handwriting was a mess, and I was actually worried when I handed that to her that she was going to look at it and just be like, no. Because I learned that too. Like, you had to have like this beautiful handwriting, and just, I don't know. It's like everything I thought I knew, because Eric's been telling me forever that you could just walk in and get a job. That's never, ever. I've never heard that. That's never been the case for me. And he completely proved it right today. I don't know how that happened, but whatever. It's awesome. Hello. So this is a huge weight off of my shoulders, off of Eric's shoulders. It's going to be hectic, I won't lie. It is going to be very hectic for us to try to figure out the scheduling. But we're going to do it. And we're just going to do what we have to do. We're going to try to get my van up and running again. That way we'll have 2 vehicles, and we won't have to worry about any scheduling issues. I will drive the truck and he'll drive the van to work. It's going to take some time. It's going to be crazy. I hope the wind is not driving you guys nuts right now. But one step at a time, and we'll get there. This time next year, hopefully we'll be able to look back and say, look how far we've come. Yeah. So, there's nothing really that exciting out here today. So, that's what's going on. Happy to report. I don't want to say for absolutely positively sure that I have the job, because I could have been so nervous that I just totally misunderstood what she was saying, and she's going to call me in for an interview, and if that's the case, I'm going to freak out. But I still did go online to Winn-Dixie because basically the manager at Winn-Dixie told me to go online, fill out the application, and then come in and let them know that it's been done so he could look for it. So I did go ahead and do that just in case. Or maybe even, depending on like the schedule, if I have a job at Rainbow, depending on the schedule, I could work, you know, the days that I'm not working at Rainbow, I could work at Winn-Dixie or something. I don't know. I'm just ready. I'm ready to change our life and our situation. I'm ready to... I'm just ready. And if I have to work 2 jobs to do that, then that's what I'm going to do. To, you know, to be able to take care of what I need to take care of and make some extra money so that we can, you know, start to improve our situation. That's my old van, by the way. It's been sitting there forever. For over a year now. She was such a good van to me. I really do miss her. So I had her for... There's my ugly house. I had her for over 10 years. I drove her, and she was a good car. She did me good. So I guess I will update you guys on the situation a little later this afternoon, once I find out if I actually do have the job or not, and we'll see how things go from there. Okay? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go. I love you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.